This week on Inside Boulder News, the votes are in and the election is over. We'll recap the local races. New quiet zones will keep trains from sounding their horns. And the Boulder Star is ready to light up the night sky, honoring our veterans this holiday season. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your chance to share your stories, get involved, and keep up to date on all things Boulder. I'm Kristen Scovira. There were a number of local ballot measures presented to voters this week. We start our 2016 election wrap-up with local results. There were 4 measures on the ballot for the city of Boulder, so here's your result recap. First off, ballot question 302, which asked if council members should have a 3-term limit. It passed by more than 58%. Next up, ballot issue 2H, proposing a tax on sugar-sweetened drinks. It passed with more than 54% of the vote. Ballot question 2I had to do with clarifying and amending the blue line, an unofficial north-south boundary on the city's west side that determines water service. The measure passed with more than 78%. And finally, ballot question 2J, which asked if council members should have the same benefits as full-time city employees, passed with more than 60% of the vote. And moving on to local races for office, United States Senator Democrat Michael Bennet held on to his seat in the U.S. Senate with more than 68% of the vote. And Democratic Congressman Jared Polis won re-election in District 2 with more than 76%. For more information on these ballot measures, visit bouldercountyvotes.org. It's a beloved symbol, and this week the Boulder Star will once again light up the side of Flagstaff Mountain. The star was first lit nearly 70 years ago, December of 1947. It was so popular the star was even turned into a cross for Easter. It alternated between the 2 designs for about 2 decades. Now it's a holiday tradition, kept alive thanks to community support and the Boulder Chamber.
We're here helping us.
I set out to see the star up close and took the steep hike up Flagstaff Mountain, along with Chamber President John Taylor.
We're very fortunate to have a partnership with the City of Boulder, in particular the Open Space Department.
He says the lighting ceremony is a tribute to members of the armed forces, both past and present.
We're so proud as the Boulder Chamber to be responsible for the upkeep of this community treasure. We know that it has so much meaning to individuals in our community, both folks who celebrate it as a symbol of the holiday season, but others who honor it as a symbol of Veterans Day and a tribute to our veterans and the commitment they've made to protect our country.
But keeping the star up and running year after year takes quite a few superstar volunteers
that head up there, make sure the star is in great operating condition, and then monitor it throughout the season to make sure that it's continuing to be lit appropriately for our community. It maintains that healthy glow.
And if you're not quite ready to climb up the side of a mountain and change light bulbs, that's okay. There's still ways you can help keep the star in working order.
Every year the Boulder Chamber commissions an original piece of artwork that we then put on holiday cards as well as a special blend of wine.
You can purchase the cards and the wine at the Boulder Chamber and at local stores throughout Boulder. The star will light up November 11th at 7 p.m. For more information on the Boulder Star and how you can help keep the tradition alive, visit boulderchamber.com. When a train reaches a railroad crossing, the train engineers use the horn to make sure the tracks are clear. But if you live or work near the railroad tracks, constant blaring horns can be a noisy neighbor.
The noise travels, and so obviously it's a greater impact the closer people are. We tend to look at that half-mile radius around as a planning area, but we recognize that the noise can affect people farther away from the tracks, but to a lesser degree.
That's Kathleen Brackey, a manager with Go Boulder. She says the city is working to create quiet zones, areas that will include physical infrastructure and warning systems, so train conductors are not required to sound horns at specific crossings.
The whole idea around the quiet zones for the Boulder community actually came forward from the residents, particularly who live or people who work along the railroad corridor. So it could include things like additional gate that come down when the train's coming, raise medians, raise curb and gutter adjacent to the travel lanes along the corridor.
The city was given about $1 million in grant money from the Denver Regional Council of Governments to help fund these quiet zones at 9 crossings throughout the city and county, but they'll need more.
So currently we're estimating the overall cost for all 9 crossings is about $5 million, and we currently have approximately $1.3 million. So we're going to have to look at a phased implementation approach over time.
For more information on quiet zones, visit bouldercolorado.gov/transportation/RRQZ. You can also attend a public meeting Thursday, December 15th at the Hyatt Hotel at Boulder Junction.
It's an awesome day. We've been working on this for about a year and it's finally happening, and we're grateful that it's a bright sunny day in November.
They're the nation's largest solar installer, and this week Grid Alternatives, in partnership with Boulder's Housing Authority and Boulder Housing Partner, put a new 21 kilowatt system on the roof of BHP's building.
Solar's not easy. It starts at the highest level with policy and good policy. It goes from there to siting, and you need good places to put solar, and then you need that grassroots partnership from the leadership from the city and the leadership from the county to put solar anywhere and as much as we can. And it's going to make a big difference, not just in some of our community renewable goals, but also in work and providing jobs for those who need it most.
The system, funded in part by city and county solar grants, will generate more than 775,000 kilowatt hours over the next 25 years, saving the nonprofit more than $130,000 in energy bills. But this installation is not just about cutting cost. It's also about job training.
Pretty proficient in about a half hour to 45 minutes.
The grid was installed by affordable housing residents, helping give trainees hands-on experience so they can find jobs in the solar industry.
And really our magic is hands-on experience, is getting out here. Our professional and licensed staff work with workforce volunteers to learn how to install solar, get their hands on it, socialize them to the solar industry, and many of them move forward with paid jobs, both inside Grid and with some of our for-profit partners.
For more information, visit gridalternatives.org, and to find out if your home or building is right for solar, visit bouldersolartool.com. Planning for the future is critical, and the city is already looking decades ahead using the Boulder Valley Comprehensive Plan. It's a plan used by the city and county to guide long-range projects. They use it to review development plans and other proposals that shape Boulder's urban and natural spaces.
Economic vitality, transportation, housing, community well-being, natural environment.
Meet Jean Gatza. She's a senior planner with the city. She says every 5 years the plan gets an update.
We've been at this update for over a year, and we've had a lot of community involvement. We've had a lot of folks give us a lot of really important input.
In the upcoming weeks, the city and county will be asking the Boulder community for their input on a wide range of subjects like housing affordability, diversity, jobs, and neighborhood walkability, using 4 small group forums.
The input that we've received so far has really helped shape the choices that we're considering and the choices that we're going to ask folks about in these upcoming forums.
City planners will also be sending out a survey to about 6,000 households. If you receive a survey in the mail, you're asked to fill it out and return it by December 2nd. If you weren't a selected household, there will be an opportunity for anyone to take the survey online. It will be available on the city's website from December 3rd to December 19th.
People's feedback and involvement in the comprehensive plan update is absolutely essential. What we're really talking about is the future of this community, and it's all of the residents, it's all of the stakeholders that are here that need to shape that and need to think about what we want to be as a community in 15, 20 plus years.
For more information on the Boulder Valley Comprehensive Plan, visit bouldervalleycompplan.net. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. If you have pictures, news tips, or events you'd like to see featured, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.